Hi everyone, I have my winter duds on today, so before I go outside and shovel snow, I thought I'd do a quick review of some e.l.f. products that I got. Some have been around for a little while and some are new. So one of the things I'm wearing today is the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. Mine is in the color St. Lucia. So I used this today, this, come in focus, baby, this bronzer and this blush. It's kind of a coral, and it lasts all day. I like it, and you can't beat the price. Then something I got recently, which is new, I believe it's new, I ordered it online, is the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. This has 4 colors in it for illuminating. And you'll see them here. So there's one that's a whitish color, one that's more of, has a little pinky tone. This one down here is more beige, and this one down here is a darker beige. So I'm going to put over the screen, I swatched these on my arm so that you can see them across. This one is first, the white one is first, the pink one is second, the light beigey one is third, and the dark beigey one is fourth. And I put these on with a light touch, so the last thing on my face. So I'm either using this e.l.f. brush with it, which is their blush brush, just to put a little bit on. I don't use it as a blush brush, it's too small. So I'll just put a little bit, let's see, a little bit on, and then go over the blush. And then I might even take a larger brush and take some of it off. Or I'll use this even smaller e.l.f. brush. This is what they call their concealer brush. I don't use it a concealer brush, it's too big. And again, I'll just maybe take some of the white and tap it off and then put it over here. And again, then take a bigger, no, I don't have my big brush with me, my bigger powder brush, just to blend it all together. So I understand this is not your high-end illuminating palette, and but for those on a budget, this is really affordable. And for you younger girls out there, you know, e.l.f. is such a great, I wish e.l.f. was around when I was starting to wear makeup, because I would have really liked the price and the quality that you get for the price. I went online and found one of the first eyeshadow, you can call it a palette, quad, that I bought when I was a kid. It was the Maybelline Blooming Colors, and I know it lasted all through high school. I found a picture of it online. I think that's even the color. It came in a number of color choices, but that's what I had. And then I also found one online that was a Maybelline, a picture of one anyway. It was in a tube. It was a frosty color. It came in all kinds of colors. I think I had the green, so I'm going to show a picture of a model wearing the green. That's what we wore in the 70s. All right, back to e.l.f. So a couple other things that I like. I've mentioned this one in other videos. This is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. I had it in medium. Now I have it in dark. I love it in dark. And I use a brush by Japanesque, which is this skinny, little, tiny angled brush. And I only use the pomade side, this dark side. This one's powder, this lighter one, I don't use that. So I dip the brush in the pomade, I wipe some of the excess off of the tissue, I start in the middle of my brow, and I just draw it in. If I get a little too much, I use one of these spoolies. I got a package of these mascara ones at Sally, and I'll link below where all this stuff is. But I was really happy with this color, and I think it's closer to my true eyebrow color. Then a couple last things that I have. I ordered some lipstick from e.l.f. in this order where I got the illuminating, illuminating palette. And they were out of the color that I ordered. I'm so bummed. So this one is Pink Minx, and I am wearing it today. It's a little bit springy, summery right now for the middle of winter, but that's what I got. And I also have, I'm laughing because this is an e.l.f. lip gloss and I'm wearing this on top. So I wanted to tell you what color it is. And on the bottom, it says Scott. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in. And Scott. I don't know if that's the color, if that's the name of the guy who did some inventory checking before it went out. But let me show you what happens. When you pull off, when you unscrew it and pull off the thing, the whole lid comes off. I don't know why. So then, you know, this part should be stuck inside of that. And it's, anyway. And when you put it on, the little doe foot bends, which can be good or bad depending on what you want. And then you put it back like this. And then you tell Scott that he's got to fix this. So anyway, for what you get for the price, it's such a great line. I have a couple other e.l.f. brushes here that I forgot to show before. So this one, it's flat. I call it a stipple brush because in painting, that's what we call these brushes when you stencil, because they're flat. I'll use this after I put on foundation to smooth it out. And it actually works really nicely and doesn't absorb a lot of the product. I hate it when I put on expensive product and brushes absorb it. And then this one, this is an e.l.f. Complexion brush. I use this to put on bronzer. So it's not super dense, so it doesn't pick up tons of product, and it just lets me put on some bronzer just to get a little bit of color. So those are my e.l.f. products. I was especially wanted to show you this one. Just very interesting. And if you are a younger person and you're experimenting with makeup, and you have a daughter who's just starting to get into makeup, this is a great thing to try instead of going into the really expensive highlighters when you're 14 or 16 or 18 years old. So love it. The other brush that I'll use to apply those with is a fan brush, and I'll use my Carefree brushes, which I'll link to below, and I'll pick out the fan brush. So the fan brush is really nice for putting on a little bit of this highlighter just on the cheek, maybe a little bit here, maybe, well, actually for the Cupid's bow I like this one, or just use my finger and touch it. So that is a little mini review of some e.l.f. products. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye. And then for each clip, I'm also going to put some text in the upper right corner of your screen that says how that foundation looked on my skin close up later in the day. I mean like 8 o'clock at night,